and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we're going to have some fun getting messy. So you can use a box for this, or because I want you to be able to see this, I'm just using a couple of sheets of copy paper. You can use newspaper, you can use anything that you want, and we're going to be playing with Stampin' Up Spritzers. Okay, so I've got two spritzers here, and we're going to be playing with aqua paint or water paint, whichever you've got. Now, if we look in the annual catalogue on page 146, you've got, and it's quite difficult to see because it's literally just right down at the bottom here, and they are called Stamping Spritzers, and you get two of them for £2.75. So they are incredibly good value and you can do so much with them. We're also using the Memento ink refiller, which is black and it's water based so that it will work with this. And we're using a couple of re-inkers. Now, re-inkers of your choice. I'm using, just for this one, Gorgeous Grape, and I'm using, which I've had forever, So Saffron. So we've got three re-inkers, which is Gorgeous Grape, So Saffron, and the Memento. And what I've done is I have put in just one of the spritz bottles. This is an old one. I've used it for sparkle and glue and goodness knows, spritzing, you know, gold shimmer paint and stuff like that over the years. But they last forever. So this is one of my first series. It's so old that the Stampin' Up logo is actually even sort of worn off it. And I filled it up about half, and I've put 3 drops of the So Saffron re-inker in there. Just with tap water. You can do it with alcohol and it will dry quicker and give you a slightly different look, but I'm doing it with water because everybody has water. I've also done, this is how they come with the lid. I don't tend to use the lid very often, but it says me trying to get it off with my fingers. And in this one, again, it was about half full. I've used a little bit of it and I've put 3 drops of the Gorgeous Grape. So it's just a matter of playing around with it, and what I want is for the colours of the So Saffron to come through when we use the Gorgeous Grape as well, and hopefully that'll sort of become clear. So I'm using, this is just our standard, this in fact is a piece of Whisper White. So Whisper White or Basic White, just our standard. It's not thick, it's not anything different. You want something that is fairly good quality because you want something that will absorb it but not will actually completely ruin it. So I'm just using that. You can use any other medium you want. This will give this look. So with the, just give it a little shake. With the So Saffron, first of all, we are going to just spray from about, where am I? About 7 inches. And you're just going to spray across. Now you will see that it will start to warp, which is fine. And if you look at it closely, and I'm going to bring this up so that you can actually hopefully see it on camera, you can see that it gives, stop there, okay, it almost gives a marble type effect as the water starts to dry into the cardstock. Now, obviously, you can let it dry for a little bit. I am going to be just literally for purposes Stampin' Up heat tool 2 settings. So I'm just putting it on the lowest and I'm just doing that to just dry it just a little bit so I can just turn it round so that it'll start coming back down because I want to flatten it out. And you can see that's the easiest way to flatten your paper out really quickly because as it dries it will just go flat. So little tip for you if you think, oh my goodness, it's turn it off, it warps a lot, and it will do, but it just gives you that little sort of time. Now we're going to take the gorgeous grape, and again about 7 inches away, and we're just going to spray that over the top. Now you can leave it like that. I want to quite saturate it again. So again, I've saturated it quite a lot. And again, if I hold it up really close, which I hope you can see, if I bring it up, you can see it gives a real sort of almost like a crackle type look. And again, I am going to just put it on the first setting and just dry it a little bit out of here, just to flatten it back down again. And you can see as you do it, particularly because it's got 2 heat settings, it will flatten it back down again. So we've now got this rather nice sort of pink and purple type look. And then I'm going back in with the saffron, and again I'm just get it pointing in the right direction. I'm just going to do just a couple of pieces like that over the top, and then I'm going to dry it again. And as you can see, each time you add some water on, you get these really lovely crackles coming. I'm going to try and take this out just for a second, because I don't want this to be overly wet on here. So as it's just copy paper, you can just throw it away and you can put another bit down. But as you dry this, and I'm going to try and let me just pick it right up close so you can see. Can you see how that's sort of given a really sort of crackled look to it? And that's because the water and the ink will separate it. So you would dry it off completely. This is still quite wet, but it doesn't matter for what we're going to do next. So onto this, if you wanted a stronger colour, you can carry on with the purples. And if you want to add, so on here, we've got about, a quarter in here. So I'm just going to very carefully take the top out of this. Because these are water-based, all you need to do is to just wash your tool out once you've finished it and the pot. And I'm going to put another 1, 2, 3 drops in. So it's a deeper strength. The more drops you put in, the darker the colour. But I didn't want it too dark to start off with. So on this one, I'm just going to, as I say, give it a bit of a shake up, and you can see it's got a rather nice sort of dark, richer colour. So let me just get another sheet of copy paper in here underneath. And it's still fairly damp. And I'm going to take it from about 7 inches again and just bring it in. And maybe a little nearer. That's quite nice. You can see each time the water literally just sort of spritzes it through, and I still want to have a little bit of yellow in that piece in the centre, so like that. And then we're going to get our heat tool in again and just bring it up. The more you do it, the more you get this really rather nice crackled look to it. And it's literally just our standard paper. Let me bring it up. It's very difficult to see on camera easily, but if I bring it up to there, you can see you have quite a crackled look to it, which is rather nice, without using anything apart from our water and our inks. Okay, so I'm going to keep that on there for a moment actually. Now we're going to take I'm using an aqua painter, you can use our water painters, and I'm going to take a little block and I'm going to put some Memento ink, and we're just going to put 2 drops. Then I'm going to add a drop of water from the aqua painter. Let's get a little bit of water coming down. Come on, there we go. And then I'm just mixing that in, so you have a really nice dark black in on there. And I'm loading it up quite a lot, and I've got a lot of water on here. Finger and just tap, and you'll start getting some really nice splatters in. And you can do as many as you want or as few as you want. Now for me, I like to have quite a few. Now if you find that you're a person that splatters unevenly, turn it round as you're going and literally just pick some up and tap it on your finger. If you want to do it another way, take the lid and just literally flick in from there. You will get more directional and different sort of sizes of splat. So I'm literally just going around on here because I want quite a few. And if you take it from higher, you'll get them smaller. I've got some big sort of splotty bits coming like that. Okay, then I'm going to put that on the side for a second, and again just take the heat tool and dry it down. If you see it starting to curl, turn it over the other way and it'll flatten out, and then turn it back again, sort of turning it over so you get it in different directions. And I'm only doing it a little bit. Then if you want a slightly different look, take this out from here, and it will take a little bit to get the Memento's quite dark, so just keep putting this on. This is where you can add sparkle, so you can take our shimmer paint, and we've got a really nice sort of white shimmer paint on there, and you can do that on there. With this, I'm literally just going to take, and I need to clean the inside of this out a bit. I'm going to use the other bit of it, so hopefully it'll just come in on white. And I want to just get some watery bits on here, so I'm trying to get some water bits. I'm just going to take this, that we've got some more water on here, so it's quite wet, and then I'm just going to tap it on here. And as you tap it with just water, take a piece of kitchen roll and this is what I said about getting mucky and just having fun, building up sort of colours and things as you go. And I just want some more water on here because I want it a little bit wetter up on here. Like that. And as I say, you can dab it off as you go. A nice blobby bit in there. If you want more water, you can actually put some water on your fingers like that and splat, and that will give you quite a nice effect as well. So put that on there, and again you can just sort of dob it off. And if you want to use, as I say, some shimmer or things like that, you can. But if I pick that up, so I've got it like that, it gives you a really, to bring it right up close, gives you a really rather lovely background. Now it will dry, and it will dry a little bit. Okay, here's one that I did earlier that's completely dried, and you can see where the little, if I bring that up nearer, you can see where the little white spots are here, and that's where the water brings it down. So this is just, you know, all in one colour, and just a fun way to do a background. You can then use that to die cut things out of. You can use it with circles as a background. You can use it in any way you want, really. I just thought it was a bit of a fun idea to show you, and something which is very inexpensive to do, because all you're doing is, you know, using some paper and some ink, and you can get all sorts of different colours and combinations in on there, and you get a pair of these for £2.75. So it's a great way for playing, doing lots of different ideas and things with, and then all you do is just go to the sink, wash it all up, and you've got a relatively clean, probably take the next sheet out of here, but you've got a relatively clean work surface. And you've got these lovely backgrounds, which, as I say, this one hasn't dried yet. And you can see, because I did this one, quite interesting, if I pick both of these up, because I did this one before it had dried completely, the actual black spots have bled and given that sort of quite interesting look about them. This one, I dried it off in between each layer, and you can see the spots are very small and more defined. So it really depends on what look you want. And as I say, put some sparkle and stuff in there as well. Fun idea for backgrounds. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, stay safe, stay well, be kind, and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.